Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Surprise Thursday. And today my surprise is the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Injustice 2 Dr. Fate, because he looks cool. Thank you for watching this video or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just help the channel out further, or both, that's cool too. And don't forget to ding that bell, so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it. And first up, as we do here on Digital Caveman Presents, let's take a look at the packaging. On the front here, you see up at the top 22 points, 22 moving parts, not points of articulation, 22 moving parts. McFarlane Toys and the pig hook, or the hook for the pig hook. A little bit of a window there that goes down into the front. Nice big window showcasing the figure, and no accessories. Well, there's accessories behind him, the flight stand and the card, but you can't really see it too well. DC Multiverse Dr. Fate. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, WB print, DC print. On a barcode, and these things made in China. And on this side, DC Multiverse Dr. Fate McFarlane Toys. On this side, Dr. Fate Injustice 2 DC Multiverse McFarlane Toys. And on the back, Dr. Fate Injustice 2. Each figure comes with a collectible trading card. And McFarlane Toys, that nice big product shot that is replicated on the card. And then the cross sale of Batman by Todd McFarlane, Shriek from Batman Beyond, Nightwing, Death of the Family, Green Lantern John Stewart from Rebirth, and Bizarro from DC Rebirth. Collector card in English only. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hashtag McFarlane Toys, McFarlane Toys. Blah, 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 blah. And a spawn face. And that, my friends, completes a look at the packaging. And now let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And first of all, we'll start with the accessories. And here we have the card, which is the same photo from the back of the packaging. Dr. Fate Injustice 2. Dr. Fate Injustice 2, real name Kent Nelson. Powerful sorcerer Kent Nelson wears the helm of fate and sees the fate of all mankind for better or worse. He knows the world will end either by Brainiac's hand or in a war between Batman and Superman. Though the helm compels Kent to preserve this grim fate for the sake of order, Kent's humanity compels him to intervene on behalf of his heroic friends and risk the unforeseeable consequences. DC Multiverse. So, Dr. Fate. And then, of course, the flight stand piece of the stand does have soft ratchets in it. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Let me see. Maybe you could hear that. And then, you know, it's just a clamp. And it's pretty tight, and you can't loosen that thing up. And then, put it on right. It just kind of slides in there. This is the exact same stand that Batman Beyond comes with. So there's that, and it does have a foot peg on it. So you can use it as a regular. And I didn't say this, but it does have, you know, the DC logo on it. Now let's take a look at the figure. I like the colors, the white eyes, and the shape of the helmet. Let me move this up just a little bit. Get that out of the way. And the textures there in the cloth. The only thing I don't like is this piece right here, this waist piece, and I can't really straighten it up. And I tried to, and it came apart there. It came unglued, I guess. So maybe I can glue that back down in there, but like I said, it's kind of crooked, and I don't really like that. Anks everywhere, and ank. Except on its hand, there's an eye. Egyptian eye on both hands. You know, so, and then the cape is lighter, a lighter color than, I don't know if you guys remember the old Superpowers Dr. Fate, where, you know, they weren't gold, they were yellow, and it was all like matching yellows. So that's neat for a piece of contrast. And again, it's got that cloth detailing in it, and it's not thin, but it's not real thick either. Although a cloth goods cape would have been much nicer for this guy. Alright, let's talk about his articulation. He can look up, none. He can look down, that far. But he can do the complete exorcist. At the shoulders, if you work at it, this little piece here, it'll kind of go under there. You can get 90 degrees out of it. Full 360 degrees of rotation. There is a cut here at the upper bicep. And because of this piece, it would go around, but because that piece kind of gets in the way, it will not go the full 360 degrees. Here we have a double hinged pinned elbow for that much range of motion, which is pretty spectacular. Then this hand is a fist. It's on an up and down hinge, which is a ball. And then it will get 360 degrees of rotation. And same with the grip hand on the other side. Well, no, it's an in and out hinge. And it does get the 360 degrees of rotation. It's a ball joint at the waist. And he does have an overlay here. So it will let him crunch forward that far. But a good deal of back crunch. And he needs it so he can look straight. Also, there is a 360 degree rotation there. At the legs, they'll come out about that far. And that's with the piece that's ripped on mine. Kick forward. Don't do it too far because it's starting to come loose on this side. So kick forward that far. Kick back that far. And of course, being McFarlane, it does not have an upper thigh cut or a swivel, but it will swivel a little bit on the hip joint. So, and of course I bump the camera because that's what I do. And here at the knee, we have a double hinged pinned knee, but still some pretty great range of motion there. And then it looks like maybe a boot cut. Let's see. Nope. It looks like a boot cut, but it's not. It's just molded detail. For the ankle, can go down that far. Can go up that far. You do have toe tilt. For broken toe syndrome. And not really, well, it does have a little bit of rocker. So I think there is a forward-facing pin for rocker. And how does he work with the stand? Let's see. Just kind of goes up back behind his cape and clamps around his middle. So there we have some floaty action for Dr. Fate. Ooh. That does it for a look at the figure and his accessories. And now comes my favorite part of a review, the comparisons. And we'll start things off with the couple of McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse figures that I have. Here is Dr. Fate with Batman Beyond. And here he is with the DC Multiverse 3 Jokers, the Joker, the Comedian. And how does he compare up with other lines? Well, let's start out with another 7-inch figure, and because, you know, the theme is magic, here he is with the Masters of the Universe Revelation Skeletor. And he's still quite a bit bigger than Skeletor, even when I make up for the stand. So and making his cameo appearance, here we have Stan the Man Lee. From Star Wars The Black Series, here we have the Archive Wave 501st Clone Trooper. And from G.I. Joe Classified Series, from the Hasbro Pulse exclusive, the Regal variant of Cobra Commander. Silver and gold. Oh. Sorry, don't want a copyright strike. And that, my friends, does it for the comparisons. For final thoughts on the McFarlane Toys Injustice 2 Dr. Fate DC Multiverse figure. There are things I like about it, and then there are things that I really do not like about it. The head articulation, you know, you get the full Exorcist, but you know, you don't really get any up and barely any down. I'm still not a huge fan of these wrist joints. They just look weird. Why, Todd? When everything else about the figures look great, the wrists and the ankles are still... This ball seems outdated somehow to me. The colors are nice on this one. He does look pretty cool, but you know, I'm you know, that tear there and just these funky joints. I don't know why I keep buying these McFarlane stuff the way that they are. This one I bought because it looked cool. Same with the Joker, same with Batman Beyond. And, you know, and mostly, those are mostly, you know, pretty good figures. And this one is, he's okay too. It's just, I don't know. Those wrists just jump right out at me. Then, you know, this piece being glued where it is, you know, it should be glued to the upper part, I guess, instead of the lower part, so that you get the full swivel out of that upper bicep. And then, you know, the lack of upper thigh cuts for articulation, that stuff really hurts these figures, in my opinion. Again, they look fabulous, They all look fabulous. And for 22 points of articulation, it just, I don't know, it seems lacking still. But that's just my opinion. Your mileage may vary. That does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it, except for the torn part on my Dr. Fate. Didn't enjoy that. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just to help the channel out further, or both. That's cool too. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.